All right. Okay, hopefully I'm in frame as well. Okay, Kurt and I were just done cracking, what's cracking?
Cracking our backs.
Yeah, cracking our backs, cracking some cracks.
Saw you cracking some packs there.
Snacking some snacks.
You get anything good?
Not really. I mean, there were new cards that we didn't have, but nothing that was like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You got a foil fifth brother, that was pretty cool.
That's sick. He's super good.
A few cool hyperspace Hoth cards that look really nice.
Like the Echo-based Defender and Viper Probe Droid, they all look really good in hyperspace.
Yeah.
But we want to talk to Dan from Maindeck, because you were just on the main stream doing a draft, right?
I was. Yes.
How did that go? Tell us about it.
So, the draft was interesting. I approached it. So I've drafted a lot of other card games. People who aren't familiar, taking a card, passing a pack, take another card, pass a pack, right? That kind of idea. Build a limited deck in this game. It's a 30-card deck, and you're using. You have 3 leaders to choose from. You have an interesting where you take your leaders before you open the pack. You open the packs up, take the leaders out, draft your leaders, then draft the packs. So I felt like during this draft I was kind of in control. I thought I knew what was going on because I had drafted 3 Vigilance leaders. Started with Iden Versio, got past a Krennic, I grabbed that, and then I got a Chirrut Imwe as my last one. So I had those and thought, and I looked around the table and there were I think 2 other Vigilance leaders out there, I think a couple of Chewies, no other villainy Vigilance leaders, right? So I'm like, and let me be, to be fair, whenever I passed a Vigilance villainy card, it came back to me. So I was able to actually, and that's an important thing in drafting, being able to kind of predict when a card is going to wheel, so that you can take picks that someone else might take for their decks, and then get the ones that you really wanted because no one's going to take it. So
right.
It's an interesting element that people are going to have to play around in this draft.
Yeah.
That worked out very well for those specific cards until at the end of the draft we revealed, and the player to my right, who's Xander, one of the FFG folk, and he revealed that he was drafting Chewbacca with Cunning. I was drafting Iden with Cunning. He was in 2 of my 3 colors, effectively. He's the heroism side. And as the person to my right, for 2 of those packs, he was filtering anything, takedown or waylay or anything I wanted to see. He was filtering them out, letting me have the villainy cards, which is nice. And then we ended up playing on stream, the 2 of us. So it was Cunning versus, Vigilance, Cunning, Heroism versus Villainy.
Yeah.
Yep. Both playing kind of long, grindy decks. I made a few misplays, but it was I hope people got to watch it. It was a very interesting match back and forth where I kept coming up with new ways to stall the Chewbacca, who was getting kind of out of control, and was getting close to being able to turn the corner, but he always had a card where I would see, I go, yeah, wish I had that one. That would have been pretty good. And then he ended up using Heroism, the cards like Kanan and Yoda, to restore enough damage off the base where I could never quite close the game until he milled me out. So it was a fun game. It was an interesting draft, and I'm just really excited to draft more and start to get a little bit better about reading those aspects.
So when it comes to drafting, I'm also like, but I mean, I kind of want to get the rarest specialist card, even if it doesn't work in the deck that I'm, because you get your leaders and you're like, well, I'm going to be locked into this sort of thing, more or less. As soon as you get your 3 leaders, you kind of have an idea of what kind of deck you're going to build. Mm-hmm. But then, like, okay, well, I've got a red leader and a yellow. Maybe I can do a yellow base, but I'm going to take this foil or this hyperspace variant, and it's no good for my deck.
Yeah, it's like a villainy card, and you draft the heroes or something.
Yeah.
My pack 3, I did open a Millennium Falcon, and I mean, I could have paid 5 for it, I guess, if I wanted to, but I just didn't. The rest of the pack wasn't actually that good. I didn't think there were any other cards that make the cut, so I went ahead and greedily grabbed the Falcon for myself. Nice. Yeah, rare drafting like that does come up, right? It's something that some people will do. It really depends on your table and how people like to prioritize things.
I mean, obviously, if anyone pulls, well, I guess with the leaders, whoever, if you pull a showcase.
The showcase would be the leader's
That's
slot.
a little different, I guess, because you're not. That's going to define the deck you build rather than having to fit a weird thing into a thing.
Right.
But
at the end of the day, again, it's a 30-card deck. You're drafting 45, 43, 42 cards, something like that.
You have leftovers.
There's going to be stuff that you don't fit in. If it comes down to, like, for me, rare drafting versus a card that I think is like a takedown or a vanquish, and if I'm doing a deck like I did today, or like a red 3 or something, and I'm drafting Leia, I will probably take the card that I actually care about in an event, because I generally think being able to perform better in the event will let you score whatever prize packs you can get, and then you can kind of get some of that value back there.
True. That's fair, yeah.
But if my draft's not going great, or the other cards in the pack aren't great, and I just want that kind of guarantee I'm going to walk away with a little bit of value, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I guess everyone at the table has a little different goals and what they're looking for, rares or for their deck or whatever, so.
Yeah. I'm excited to try some drafts, I think, in my local community. I don't know if I'm going to do any this weekend. I know Leo and Evan are doing some drafting right now, so I'm excited to hear how that goes, because they're playing with some people back there. So I guess maybe we'll go check in on them. Thanks again, Dan. We'll probably be talking to you some more later.
Absolutely.
But tell everybody again where to find your business.
Yeah, my business,
your deal.
my life outside of my full-time job. I'm Dan. I have a channel called Maindeck and a website, and we do podcasts for Star Wars Unlimited and other games, and we do lots of educational content, how to plays, rarity guides, that kind of stuff. So check me out on Maindeck on YouTube. Join our Discord, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, so go look at his stuff. If you're here and you like this and you like all our coverage, be sure to subscribe to us. Or don't. I don't control you.